So we quite like the Batman of 2022 here on the AOD. I don't think we truly love it, although we do rather like it. Consider it much superior to the disgraceful Dark Knight Rises from 2012, and even better than the ambitious yet distractingly clumsy Batman Begins, whereas I'd never consider it the superior of 2008's Dark Knight. I may also claim it the superior of all of the 90s era Batman pictures. Although I'm very fond of that initial Burton picture, it is such a singular, audacious production, I cannot help but appreciate it and its imaginative assertiveness. The Batman is a decent script, is outstandingly directed, rather well performed, and makes the Batman mythos more viable and believable than even Batman Begins and Dark Knight. Batman Begins fell apart in the second half when Ra's al Ghul was going to poison the water supply, and Rises was off the rails from like the first few minutes, clearly. How would Batman function if he was a real world entity? This film tries to make this a considerate response, learning from the Nolan trilogy's mistakes and also inevitably the distinct successes there. Also, I did hear some disdain for the film due to it being really liked and popular. One imagines these same people championing an underrated Batman film if the critics or fans didn't like this, but these are to be widely dismissed. Of course, fans overhype everything and bandwagons ought to crash and kill everyone writing it at the time, though I think a reasonably quality film is still a reasonably quality film. I don't know, man. So that's AOD on the Batman. 2 years late, I watched it last year, a year late. Intended to compose a video for it, didn't, and wrote this up in a matter of 10ish minutes to get my thoughts out there. We overall will champion this title. It warrants a wealth of praise, maybe measured praise, but praise in any case it overall deserves. Yeah. If you're hesitant, check it out. If you don't want to like it, you won't. If you want to, you will. If you're neutral, you probably won't have too much to complain about here, really. Once again, thanks again. Have the greatest day of your life thus far, my good dear chaps. Nolan was right about one thing: the Riddler is too similar to the Joker for a truly memorable cinema take post Ledger's Joker. Too many villains were just diet Ledger's Jokers anyway, and this is not a really ideal villain for one of these pictures as it is presented in this film, I feel, but it wasn't too irritating either, so we'll give it this, sure. Okay, moving on now. We have to finish Bong Joon-ho's filmography, a couple of other DC film adaptations, then, that'll be a rather interesting expedition, or so I hope and confidently expect. Tune in for then, if inclined. Yes.